Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'm going to detail the story of Rollin 40 Crip, S-Bone. S-Bone will be born in 1977 and grow up in South Central LA. S-Bone will move around several places in his early childhood and just so happened, first living in the Hoovers. A lot of his family will be Hoover gang members. Growing up in the 80s in LA, everyone was affiliated with gangs, and if someone wasn't, it was a rare thing among the youth not to be. Many people join gangs for many different reasons. Things like the brotherhood it brought, influences in their community, the profit in the booming drug trade, just being a follower, and many people just facing pressure in their own neighborhood, among many other things. Growing up in the hood in the 80s, S-Bone will be influenced to be in the streets. During that era, before many gang members joined established gangs, many formed or became a part of tagger gangs, and also different tagger cliques, with some faded away, and some later became established gangs. S-Bone in his early teenage years became a part of a tagger gang called We Don't Care, also known as WDC. The WDCs would later gain beef with the Hoovers over a member killing a Hoover member over a drug dispute, and just being affiliated with WDC would get S-Bone into a lot of different things. In 1992, LA had the LA riots for multiple different reasons, mainly being racial relations and racial discrimination, and the beating of Rodney King by the police, and the death of Latasha Harlan. LA youth would tear up the city of LA in response, and many of the youth went looting, robbing, and causing a lot of damage to get their point across, and S-Bone will be outside hustling during this time period, looting, robbing, and stealing for himself to make some money. In 1993, S-Bone was still a teenager and be hanging out with a friend, and they would go to McDonald's in the 40s turf to get some food. They would be ambushed and shot in the drive-thru. S-Bone would be shot in the hip, and he would survive.
Like probably for him, because I wasn't supposed to be in the car. You know what I'm saying? We just was all hanging out, and once they said they was going to McDonald's, I was like, man, I want to go. I want to get something to eat. So when I got in the back seat, and we going through the drive-thru and shit, I'm just like, you know, you can see, I'm like, this nigga look familiar. Like, I know this fool. I even said it in the car. The homie gonna know when he see. I was like, bro, woo-doo-woo-woo. And I wasn't even tripping. And I just like started getting my fries. Then I just like look, like whoa, like just like that, like double take. That motherfucker was creeping, like, yeah. Then I had went like that, like with
trying
my
to block it, beginner's mistake.
Like what the fuck I'm gonna do with that? I was all in the backseat. That motherfucker was like, bah! And that nigga bust on me. I didn't even know I was shot though.
And so it was supposed to be your homie?
Probably.
You think? You still don't know if this girl set you up or not?
No, I don't know. That time I got hit once.
Wow.
But I didn't even know I was hit.
Being in the streets would lead S-Bone to a destructive life. He began kicked out of schools like Manual Arts, Washington, and several others for fights, weapons, and various other things, which led to him not graduating high school. He had dreams of playing football, but he would later go to jail at age 17, where he would do a little time for robbing several people on a bus. Going in and out of jail will be a continuous theme for S-Bone's life. WDC would later disband, and many members would join gangs in close areas, like the Hoovers, the Rollin 30 Crips, the Rollin 60 Crips, and just like what S-Bone did, join the Rollin 40 Crips.
3.
Okay.
That's when I moved to the hood, like 93, right there on King of Vermont. So I've been in the hood like since 93, like, you know, I'm a throwback.
So how'd you go from that WDC to being on 40s?
Actually, I had squabbled one of my older homies.
Really?
Yeah. That's kind of what made me get put on. I'm about to get put on right now because I was already pumped up because the homie had fired back and called him out and his little homie on my mama. He was over there like, mama, just because I got down with him. So, like, if you Big Adam, I'm getting down with Big Adam, and Lil Adam, you next. That's how that was.
Why would you say that you wanted to join the gang at that time, though?
I was already thugging. I was already gangbanging.
Okay.
I was from DC Crip. That's right there. That's the hood.
What was gangbanging to you at that time, though?
It was regular. Like, I didn't really look at it like that. Because I never really got put on WDC. It was like we just all ran in the hood and hung out. I never actually got courted on that. You know what I'm saying? But I got courted on 40s. You feel me? So it was just kind of like we young, graduating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, high school to college to the big leagues, I guess.
S-Bone will grow up with several Rollin 30 Crips, but by the time he became official Rollin 40, the 30s and the 40s, who were once close allies, would later become rivals. This beef would lead to shootings on both sides, making it extra hard on S-Bone, who lived in the 30s turf. With him having so much love for the 30s, he stayed out that beef. Both gangs would later squash their beef and become back allies. S-Bone would do a lot of time in and out of jail during the 2000s, which he would do 10 different stints in jail and prison. His prison experience would teach him a lot and advance his mind and perspective on many things from life, and even things with his enemies like the Hoovers, who are one of the 40's main enemies. Having to be locked up with them and be around them, fighting side by side against other races, will make him see how things on the streets and prison were two different worlds, and see that it needs to be more peace and understanding between gangs.
In order for the gang culture to get right and come together, the neighborhoods and the Hoovers are going to have a sit down and have an understanding. That's the only way the blacks in LA going to be cool, period. We hold the keys to the black salvation in Los Angeles, California, South Central. The neighborhood Crips and the Hoovers. That's the worst enemy, and everybody in LA got family from Hoover and neighborhood. Mm-hmm. That's how big both of those gangs are, right? So that's gonna be the only thing that's gonna bring everything to a head. That's it.
For real. We killing each other more than the police killing each other, man. So, I don't want to hear that.
Being on the streets, S-Bone would get shot again, but by a person he least suspected. A person he grew up with. They knew each other's parents, did crimes together, even fought side by side multiple times. They would get into an altercation over the guy, speaking ill on S-Bone, and S-Bone calling him out to a fight, this leading to the guy shooting him multiple times.
All right, you said the second time you got shot was because you tried to fight the wrong person?
No, I tried to fight the right person.
Oh, okay. It just didn't go so well?
Right, because he was running down the streets, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Low-key speaking on me and shit, so I wanted to see what he was talking about, to find out where this fool was at. Mm-hmm. When I jumped out, I seen it. I'm like, man, we know mutual people. We're not from the same hood, you know what I'm saying? But we know mutual people. He wasn't really giving me what I want. He wasn't saying nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I need that.
Right.
Then I turned around, got in the street, and nigga had to hammer and run right at that time, you feel me? But I'm running, and it's like I'm like on the treadmill. I feel like I'm not going nowhere. Like if I'm in quicksand, shit, it's like I'm in the air running. I ain't even hit the ground. It's like, that's how I feel. Like, the first one missed me. The second one hit me. Made me do a front flip.
Where'd it hit you?
That's the one that's still inside me right now, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's still inside me right now. He ain't even getting cracking. He like trying to walk me down, like, like focus. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's still walking after you?
He walking, he trying to walk me down, you know what I'm saying? But I always say he didn't want to kill me because he even though he cracked at me, but he didn't chase me. He could have chased and got up on me, but he shot me when I was on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Because I had failed, I never stopped moving. Whether I was rolling, crawling, running, I never stopped moving since the incident, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if I was rolling, scrambling.
After years of the streets and jail, by 2020, S-Bone took a different route and started networking. By 2020, he appeared in his first videos of street TV, being interviewed, which got him a following and many people interested in him and his story and who he was. He would go on and do more interviews with other people and platforms, gaining a presence on YouTube, making his own YouTube channel that currently has 11K subs, and his Instagram account having 13,000 followers. But with his social media presence, many people started going against S-Bone, and he would gain many rivals, like 600. 600 initial beef with S-Bone came when S-Bone started associating with Cowboy, 600's rival. 600 would go after Cowboy and S-Bone and try to call them both snitches.
S-Bone from your hood.
S-Bone. Which one?
Could be like you an internet, could be like,
Cut up. YouTuber. He used to be one of our young robbers, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What's up with that, man? I've been here.
This is straight. It's funny you said that, man. Hold up.
Yeah, 'cause I'm trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? He doing interviews and he taking on.
Yeah, man. Because this came from the Penta. And it's an interesting case, man. But I'm gonna let you check it out.
All right.
You tell me what you think.
Sure.
You know what
I'm gonna dissect.
it's tricky.
If he in the dark, he know where we at. He's from the dark, right?
I don't do the YouTube.
Hey, what we gonna do? I'm in your hood, on your block, your station, by myself. Pull up, your hood, I got the paperwork right here. We'll go paperwork together.
Yeah.
In the dark.
All right. We in the D. Let him see the D. We know we here.
Christopher Loveboy, keeping it clean. He's a nobody. Nobody don't know him. He ain't went through the skull drag. He ain't went through the blender. He ain't been in them places. And he ain't been around. It's a that know how to do scams and get money. Period.
Boxer.
I mean, he's somebody that tried out in a lot of things and failed. He tried to play football. He failed. He was slow as a bitch.
You watched his footage?
I had to do my homework on my enemy. You feel me? Or my frenemy, whatever you want to call it.
Did you just become enemies, or you been knowing him for a minute?
I actually spoke highly of him.
Really?
I made a video. I spoke highly of him. That's what's crazy. I spoke highly of him because I was, like I said, I was telling the homies not to be on the internet, airing out however they felt about each other. That was my whole stance. You know what I'm saying? But once I went and with Cowboy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to get everything that come with it, so I ain't tripping.
S-Bone would even gain a beef with Whack 100. After Whack 100 took 600 sides saying S-Bone was a snitch, making him post his own paperwork.
Basically saying I told on somebody. That's basically what they saying in layman's terms. So, me, myself, I ain't never seen nobody tell on somebody for a murder case and get out, you know, don't get no type of time, don't get nothing unless I'm a paid informant or something. I ain't never seen nobody get out from First 48. Nobody that helped the police. I never seen not one person get out. Not one person from First 48. I ain't never seen nobody get out from First 48. That's one. I went to court every day with this bin. I went to court every day, chained up, same chain, everything, shackled up, same chain. You know, county jail's 4-man chain. I'm going to court every day with this man. Every day. Ain't no way you could be chained up, going to court with somebody, and you supposed to be telling on them. That ain't happening. I don't care what people try to say, how they try to slice it, whatever. Ain't no way you're going to be chained up to the dude you supposed to be telling to going to trial. It ain't happening. That's 2. 3, got to get out on hood. And clearly, he must have didn't feel like that because we didn't get out. And when you going through trial and all that, you already got all your paperwork. You got everything that's going on with the case already while you going to trial. So if he felt like I was telling on him, then I hope he would have got out with me right there because we was going to court together. We was chained up going to court.
S-Bone would even go at people like Charleston White, but in the midst of all the drama he was going through, in August of 2023, tragedy would strike. August 16, 2023, S-Bone would be shot and killed. Sacramento County Sheriff's detectives were called to a homicide scene after a man was found dead in Rio Linda. Deputies responded about 7:30 to a report of a death in the 6600 block of 14th Street, which was later determined to be S-Bone.
What they're calling a suspicious death in Rio Linda. Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says a man was found dead on 14th Street around 7:30 last night. They have not said why they believe the death is suspicious. Of course, we're working to get an update on that investigation this morning.
Many theories surrounded his death, like why was he all the way in Northern California in Sacramento County? Many say he was set up and killed, and many also say he was killed during a robbery attempt. With all the theories floating around, who really knows? After S-Bone's death, many people spoke good of him, but also many spoke bad.
S-Bone from 40s?
Yeah.
He's not a whack 100 hater.
He wasn't? He had a lot of YouTube videos about you.
Did he?
I think so.
Oh, you know what?
This might be a little awkward.
Yo, somebody sent me rest in peace S-Bone. I thought they was trolling.
I'm not sure 100%.
Bro, I thought they was trolling.
I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, he was talking about that yesterday.
I mean, he brought it to me, and I called him.
I didn't know anything about it.
I called him. He brought me the paperwork. I called him, and I called my homie Scooter from 40s.
2 months ago, WAC 100 pulls up to American Cholo's house, etc. I wasn't really sure 100% if he didn't like you or not.
But we did release the rat paperwork on him. 600 from Rollin 60s brought it to me.
Yeah, he was talking about that yesterday.
I mean, he brought it to me, and I called him.
I didn't know anything about it.
I called him. He brought me the paperwork. I called him, and I called my homie Scooter from 40s. I said, yo, they said they got paperwork. Sent it to him, told S-Bone they got the work. This what it is. He wanted to come on my platform and go over the work. I said, all right.
S-Bone did?
Yeah.
Really?
We've never had a back and forth.
Okay.
The title. Trophy.
Oh yeah, trophies.
Yeah.
Look, so S-Bone, rest in peace. S-Bone. He told her.
Piece of piss. I'm just asking. Go ahead. Peace.
I just say, listen.
Go ahead,
you know what I mean? Look. You know what I mean? I ain't just in there talking down on the dead. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. He ain't.
There was a band on it. I keep telling you, every gangbanger then call themselves having a problem with me. God take care of them. Yeah, God got him out the way. Another less gangbanger threatening me. First God got sold him. God working on my side. Everybody.
Whether the situations and things surrounding his name are true, what some people say they are, and some people say they are false, he tried to provide a different outlook on things in the streets and tried to change his past and go in more of a positive direction. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.